Let's come to the overview of the habits we are going to learn in the future. Anyone to start with, like a small child or an employee newly joining in the organization or a student joining in school. Initially, everyone will be dependent on parents for money and food, dependent on teachers for gaining knowledge. For example, a person working in an organization, he will be dependent on his seniors. He will be dependent on the organization itself initially when he is growing. Then the next progressive step for development is become independent. Independence is actually owning the responsibility, doing things on our own, and from depending for everything on someone else, you develop your own qualities and become independent. But we don't stop there, because it's again only the middle part of it. You also need to become interdependent. So from a purely dependent and a follower perspective, you become an independent person, and from independent person you also try to become a leader, because when you are doing teamwork, when you are actually managing more people than yourself at the same time, you are actually trying to see those dependencies from among the team, and then you are trying to collectively succeed as a team. So from dependence to independence and independence to interdependence, this is the sequential progressive path for the development. So in other way to say this, from your dependent mindset, if you come to independent mindset, you are achieving your private victory. And from the independence mindset, if you are going towards the interdependence mindset, or even skill set, I can say, then you are going to get public victory. Means one is victory inside you, one is victory outside you. And to put it in a nutshell, interdependence is a higher value than independence. Let us look at also the philosophical statement here. Our ancestors said, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu, which means the whole world shall be happy and prosperous. Why they did not say, I shall be prosperous, only my family shall be prosperous? Because they said that as a person living in the society, if the society is not prosperous, you are also not prosperous. So you can be prosperous for a little period of time, but you also lose out if the society fails. So interdependence means a teamwork or a collective growth of a family or a society or a country is the most important thing than people's independence. And if you don't have independence or interdependence, then yes, you always live like a slave. You always live without any direction. So we need to grow from dependence mindset to independence, and independence to interdependence. If you just split these things a little bit more with details, you can see that this private victory, that in initial part, to achieve that private victory, you need to master these three habits. The first three: be proactive, begin with the end in the mind, and put first things first. Then when you are talking about public victory, once you achieve these three private victories, then when you are talking about the public victory, you are thinking win-win. Then you are trying to understand others and then be understood by others. Then you are talking about synergy, how to get that teamwork, give you outstanding results, fascinating results, those things. And then we have the last one, renewal and sharpening this. You have some dimensions to improve on a constant basis. What are those dimensions? So we have these laid out in this fashion. Like you have private victory first, which is overcoming our own negativities, overcoming our own self deficiencies, and then coming towards that stable position and a leadership position. And once you have that leadership position in your mind, then you are actually trying to reach out and then influence the people around you, do all these things in a sequential manner. And finally, you are actually making a path for you in understanding what are all the dimensions you need to focus upon, and how you can improve in all these 4 dimensions. So again, let us recollect the same point what we learned last week. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Aristotle. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. See you in the next video.